Hi friends, today we are going to be reading a story about sharing. And the title of this book is Thanks for Sharing, Tommy. Now here's my friend Tommy. Can you say hi? Say hi, Tommy. He's going to be on your board. You can find Tommy when you are ready. And it's time for show and tell at school. Now Tommy brought his new toy. You want to guess what it is? Yep, it's a robot. But can he learn to share with his friends? Well, we're about to find out. But before we begin our story, we have to go over two things. One, we need to have our communication board that Ms.deDelva created. You can have it printed or you can follow along on your tablet or on your computer and find the answers by pointing to the images. The next thing you can do is go over with Ms.deDelva the whole body listening rules. First, we need to have watching eyes. Touch your eyes. We need to be looking at Ms.deDelva's video and following along in the story. Next, we need to have listening ears. Touch your ears. Good job. We need to be listening to the questions and finding them on your board. The third rule is quiet voice. Shh. The fourth rule is still body. That means hands and feet to self. We have nice hands and nice feet when we are having story time. And the last rule is thinking brain. Touch your brain. We need to be thinking about the questions Ms.deDelva is asking and try our best to find them on the board. Now we are ready to begin our story. Thanks for sharing, Tommy. It is time for show and tell, said Mr. Nick. Tommy, you're first today. Mr. Nick is the teacher. He is the male teacher in this story. Not Miss Jan in this story, it's Mr. Nick. Can you say, hi, Mr. Nick? All right, find Mr. Nick on your board. Now he's saying it's time for show and tell. Show and tell is when you get up and you show your friends an object that you brought from home or that you have in your backpack. Can you find show and tell on your board? Great job. Tommy is first today for show and tell. I stood up in front of the circle. This is Mr. Robo, I said. What is Tommy showing to his friends? Yes, he is showing his robot toy. Can you find robot toy? Great job. Mr. Robo has light-up feet and a computer brain, I told everyone. I showed how Mr. Robo walked. That is so cool, said Charlie. Charlie is Tommy's friend right here. Can you find Charlie on your board? He is wearing a green shirt. Good job. Thanks for sharing, Tommy, Mr. Nick said. Next up, Jess and her pink shells. Here is Tommy's other friend named Jess. What did she bring to show and tell? Jess brought pink shells. Can you find pink shells on your board? Now let's look at the faces of her friends. How are they feeling? Look at their eyes, their mouths. How are they feeling looking at the shells? Do they feel mad or happy? They are feeling happy. But look at Tommy. He is frowning. He is not happy. Maybe he feels sad. Maybe he feels mad. Maybe he feels a little serious. Let's find out. I took Mr. Robo over to the corner. Can I play with Mr. Robo? Charlie asked. No, I said. He might break. Charlie went to play with the cars. Is Tommy sharing Mr. Robo? No, he is not sharing. He said no to his friend. Is that being kind? No, that is not sharing. Can I play? Asked Jess. Don't touch Mr. Robo, I said. Is Tommy being kind to his friends? No, he's telling his friends, don't touch Mr. Robo. He is not sharing. So Jess went to go play with the cars. What is Jess doing? She is playing with cars with her friends. Are they sharing? Yes, they are sharing. They are being good friends with each other and playing nice. Now look who's all alone over here. Tommy's looking at his friends sharing. And he doesn't have any friends to play with him because he is not sharing. Mr. Nick comes over. Don't you think Mr. Robo would be more fun if you shared with him with your friends? He asked. Maybe Mr. Robo could play with the cars, I thought. Tommy is thinking about sharing. Should Tommy share with his friends, Mr. Robo? I took Mr. Robo over to Charlie and Jess. Can we play too? He is asking to play with his friends, and he wants to take turns. Taking turns and sharing toys is a good choice. His friends say, let's put Mr. Robo behind the truck, Jess said. Mr. Robo pushed it all by himself. Mr. Robo is a great driver, said Charlie. I thought so too. How does our friends feel playing together and sharing? How are they feeling? They are feeling happy. It makes us feel good to share and take turns with each other. Now, before we finish our story, Ms.deDelva has a picture she wants to show you. Look at these friends sharing the math cubes. Do you think they're sharing nice with each other? How can you tell? Maybe because they're smiling and playing together. Maybe because they're mixing up blocks together. Maybe because they're playing close with each other. Now, how do you feel when someone is not sharing? How does that make you feel when maybe your brother or sister aren't sharing or someone at school isn't sharing? That makes you feel a little sad maybe. Maybe it makes you feel a little mad, okay? And I want you to have a great rest of your day. We are all done. Goodbye.